All right, we are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris, and this is my channel, Bar 911-970. It is August 20th, 2017. It is currently 3:20 in the afternoon, and as usual, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. And I just want to show this, and I also want to show that, sometimes even when you give good advice and you try and think positively, bad things can happen. So I'm sure you can hear in my voice, things are a little bit difficult. And I have a humble request I would like to make from everybody. The only thing I'm asking is, as you could see, I mean, look at this. How you change your lives without ever meeting them, whatever the title is. All of my videos now are starting to get flagged. They're inspirational videos. They should not be attacked. Now, I had somebody said they fixed that. Obviously, they didn't, which, I get people that contact me all the time, and they end up not being honest, and they just want to play games. I don't care. This is my humble request for anybody that's watching this. If you could share my videos, and if you could try and come back and watch them, or get other people to watch them, because, see these? I want to show you. Because it has such low views, I cannot even request a review, which means none of my videos have this happen. Now, there's somebody that told me to check out Steam It or something. I'm going to check that out. But just so you can see here, where is it? They're not even posting it there anymore, so I don't know if it's changed, but they said it's limited to 1,000 views. And just to prove, bad things can happen even if you're motivated. So I want to show people that, I'm going through some stuff right now. And as they say, this too shall pass. So maybe it'll be an inspiration just to show people. My truck, I don't know if I talked about this, but a couple of days ago, my truck, I went to go try and get it inspected. And the mechanic, who's a friend of the family, basically said, you'll spend over $2,000 to put a Band-Aid on this truck. You're better off getting a new vehicle, because the truck I bought years ago had water damage, which I knew, but I needed a vehicle to carry my DJ equipment, and it was pretty cheap. But it lasted me 3 or 4 years, so for me it was worth it. But the frame is rotting out. And they said you're basically one bumper, one brake slam from having the whole bottom of your truck fall out, which is not a good thing. So I go, because I need a vehicle to carry my DJ equipment really quick, so I can't just get a regular car. It has to be something that can carry DJ equipment. I go running all over the place trying to find a vehicle, and I finally find one. Obviously not a new car, because I can't afford that. It was a 2003 Hyundai Santa Fe, and I won it on for $1,450. Went to test drive it. Everything was fine. Showed me all these repairs that he's done on it. Says he got 3,000 miles every time for oil. Car rides fine. No problem. I go to use it last night, and on my way home, this is after 1 day of having it, all of a sudden the warning light goes on. So I'm like, all right, that can't be good, but maybe it's just a glitch, because sometimes it can be just a minor thing. And then as I'm driving, all of a sudden, every single light comes on, and the car shuts off as I'm driving. Steering wheel locks up, and I'm basically have no control over anything. Luckily, this is at 3 o'clock in the morning, so there's no traffic. Otherwise, I probably would have ended up causing or having a major accident. So I was able to coast, luckily, to the side of the road and just sit there for a little while, let it cool down, and was able to manage to get the car home. It started up again. And tomorrow I have to go and take it to the shop and see what's wrong with it. Buyer beware. But I looked at the car, I test drove it, everything was fine. There was no warning light when I test drove it. There was no warning light on the way home, just the next day. So what little money I had went towards that, and now I got to see how much it's going to cost, so fingers crossed. So as you could see, bad things can happen, even if you're a motivator, even if you're, have inspiration. And I've always said you got to look at why things happen, because there's a couple of other personal things that are happening right now that I won't get into, because I don't want this to be some sob story. What I want to show is that if you can learn from this, or something good comes out of it, then, it happened for a reason. Because let's say, for example, I go to the shop tomorrow and they say, well, it's $500, but we found something that if you didn't find it, the car could have exploded or something. You'd be dead. Well, $500 to keep me from blowing up would be a good thing. So if that didn't happen, I would have been unaware of it. So obviously I don't know if that's the case. My thing is, you're going to be in bad moods. You're going to be down. I'm sure, like I said, you can hear it in my voice. There's a bunch of different things that are happening all at once, and it's a little bit, it's overwhelming at times. But I want to show this and not hide it, because I want people to see that good things can happen and also bad things can happen. Sometimes you got to take the good with the bad, and you just got to, do what you can. So I'm going to end this video now. I'll keep you guys updated, but it might be a couple of days before I make a video, because I have to concentrate on that and a couple of personal issues. But sometimes things happen. I wanted to make this video so you can see that I'm not just, rose-colored garden and everything's wonderful. We're all going to have bad situations, and sometimes they all bunch up and it can be overwhelming. So the idea is not to crawl up into a ball and die. It's to say, all right, what can I do to get out of it? If you dig a hole, sometimes you have to find a way to dig out of that hole. So maybe this can help motivate people to see that I can even get depressed. I can get upset. I can have bad things happen. And as easy it is to say, you know what, I'm just throwing my hands up in the air and saying, F this and F that, I'm just going to try my best to get out of it and hopefully learn something from it. So the only thing, like I said, I request is if people can either share my videos or view them, because if it's less than 1,000 views, they won't even do anything about it. And unfortunately, they're blocking my channel to make it difficult for anybody to see it. I'm going to look into that Steam It thing in a couple of days, and if that's the case where I don't get blocked anymore, I'll just move there. And if more people do that, and say the hell with YouTube, maybe they'll learn a lesson, because the only way you're going to affect a big corporation is by hitting them in the wallet. Cursing at them, doing all these other things, making videos that make fun of them, or whatever. It's just not going to do anything but make them even richer. So I'm going to check into that, and I want to thank my subscribers that pointed that out. And because this is one of those Debbie Downer videos, I'm not going to make it very long. So I wanted to thank everybody for taking the time to listen. And I guess we'll see what the future brings. But hang in there. Things can get bad. That's part of life. And hopefully we'll all grow from it. And I wanted to share that with you. So thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon.